Hey guys, it's Robin Hart with the Home Loans with Hart team, now with CMG. We've got some fun shenanigans to share with you today. There's been a crazy few days in the market. So let's get started. Our job here today is just to kind of keep you armed as you go throughout your work week. I know that you are challenged a lot with things that are happening in the marketplace, and we want to make sure that you are fully prepared for it. Okay, so let's dive in. Where are rates? Now, we pretty much are using the Mortgage News Daily. That gives a good average, and this is information pulled from actual mortgage loan officers that are actually locking in rates. Average 30-year fixed rate is 6.58. Just so you know, we've been finding rates that are slightly lower than that for some borrowers. So just heads up, sometimes we can do a little bit better than the average daily rate. These were taken as of May 2nd, so it's actually just a couple of days ago. So 6.58% on the 30-year fixed, 15-year fixed was at 6%, 30-year fixed was at 6.2, and the 30-year jumbo is coming in at 6.2. Now we are currently floating for anyone looking long-term on the purchase. However, if you are looking at going and closing within the next 30 to 45 days, I do recommend you rate lock as soon as possible. You can't take that momentary fluctuations. If rates do happen to bottom out, we do have a float down option for you. We'll talk about that directly one-on-one with the clients. Now, here is a screenshot of U.S. mortgage-backed securities for a 30-year fixed loan. Interestingly enough, if you can look, the volatility has been massive since the beginning part of January. But if you look, there has been a positive trajectory. As you can tell, the green stuff is good, red stuff is bad for rates, and going up means that rates will go down. So I know it's a weird kind of model, but definitely the longward trajectory, we are expecting rates to come down a bit. Now, Texas homeowners, this is for the real estate market. Guess what? Tax rates are being announced. Tax rates have gone up. WFAA, it's a local news station, reported that there's a very important envelope and many homeowners are actually throwing it away. It's a great opportunity to contact clients and find out if they filed for their homestead exemption. This protects on their taxes, keeps them from dealing with year-over-year market fluctuations in those valuations, which is what they're taxed on in the properties. For Texas, it's unique. We have a high tax rate when it comes to property taxes because it pretty much funds everything from the local colleges and the local hospitals to even schools and all those amenities that we wonderfully enjoy. Now, Dallas County went up 13%, Tarrant County 18%, Collin County 18%, and Denton a whopping 25% increase. Even Harris County, Bexar County, and Travis County all went up massive amounts of money. Now, here's the rub. Collin County, the Collin Central Appraisal District actually reported they sent out 47,000 notices to people they thought were eligible for the homestead exemption. Slightly over 15,000 returned those, which means 32,000 homeowners may be missing out on the opportunity to save a little bit on their property taxes. Now, time for a cash out, maybe, or time to sell that home. Now, a lot of loan officers are talking about cash outs. I'm talking to you real estate agents about the opportunity to use what people have and leverage it. If you look at the top chart on this page, personal savings rate is dropped lower than ever. And that's indicative of entering into kind of a recessionary period. That's when people's savings rate gets dwindled. But if you look at their credit card balances, they are completely maxing out. That's also indicative of entering into a recession. Now, if you take a look at the average loan to value of homes, you'll see back in 2008, people only had about 19% in equity. Fast forward to 2013, you're talking about a whopping 38% in equity. And even today, the average equity for 2022 was 42%. That's ridiculous. Now let's talk about why we're floating. Okay, so it was recently announced actually that job cuts are on their way. Now, here's the thing. This is real-time data, and what the Fed looks at is past data, meaning the data that gets officiated. This is a comparison of what they're hearing in the marketplace, basically whispers. And what they're saying in this source from this is Bloomberg, is that job cuts by the S&P 500 companies are overtaking the labor shortage. That means there should be a softening of labor markets. Now, the Fed's still worried about inflationary pressures and wage increases, and yet the real-time data is showing a softening in this. So it's a bit of concern because more and more people are getting cut loose by their companies. Now, if you've had trouble in the past actually discussing with clients because of what's going on in the news, everybody thinks that there's a housing crisis. There is. We don't have enough homes. Yeah, that's true. So here's some primary evidence. There was a home just this week in Plano, Texas. It received 19 offers on the listing. That's a huge amount of offers for one listing. So if the property is priced effectively, if the property is well maintained and looks good, isn't kooky or crazy, it's probably still going to receive multiple offers. Housing inventory, and you all know this as a real estate professional, housing inventory is still near record lows. It actually is at record lows, period. So our housing, once contracts are assessed, pretty much we have less than 1 month of housing reserve. So that's the lowest it's been in my entire career. Home price growth is still accelerated in March. It's actually increasing. It's been increasing. It's going to continue to increase. It has not slowed down. There was a seasonal adjustment. That's what you need to be telling your clients, that it's a seasonal adjustment that they experienced. Now, if you look at median sales prices, and this is coming from Redfin, you can see steady uptick up. Now, at the beginning of 2023, was there a dip? Yes, that's normal. People were working on their New Year's resolutions and Christmas time happiness, but all across the map, nationwide, Boston, Chicago, Los Angeles, Philadelphia, Seattle, Washington, it doesn't matter. Pretty much all the cities are the same. They're seeing an uptick. Now, let's share some happy news. We always want to do something a little bit fun. Florida deputy actually got to help deliver a baby on the shoulder of the highway in a dramatic video. You can actually Google this and find it. It just happened this week. It was a healthy baby girl on the shoulder of Highway 60 in Plant City, Florida. How cool is that? And we don't know if this little girl will have a future in law enforcement, but definitely she's got a great start with the local deputies having her back. So, and we always wrap up these videos just kind of expressing, when is the right time to buy? When is the best time to buy? And the answer is now, today, before prices increase. Does not matter what the interest rate is. If the interest rates drop in the long haul, you can refinance. Values on the homes are increasing. So I'm Robin Hart. If you have questions about the market, or your clients have questions or concerns, have them give me a call. I'm Robin Hart with the Home Loans with Hart team, and we are here to help you guys out with the home loans, building wealth through real estate. Talk to you soon. Have a great day, and we'll have another video for you next week. Thanks.